This is Quest Control to Intelligence Vessel. Your docking permit is approved, but your arrival is unscheduled. Please state your purpose.
Sorry, Quest Control. I cleared my visit with the Citadel 3 days ago. I'm here to pick up a cargo of chemicals. Sending data.
Confirming. I'm sorry I don't have your cargo listed. I suggest you take it up with the Citadel, or with Administrator Croyus. He oversees all chemical warehousing on Quesh.
I gather chemical mining is one of the major industries?
Quesh is a war zone, sir. We're dying to protect the chemical shipments coming out of here. Republic's doing the same. Frankly, I suggest you arm yourself. Quest Control out.
Find the chemicals. Make the serum. You will be free again.
Cypher, join us. Vector and I were just discussing Moff Letshara.
We never met her, of course.
Quite fortunate, that. But Vector did know her husband, a fine Dejaric player and a scribe of the Ilfmar Gambit.
We apparently share the Doctor's taste in theatre.
By all means, continue.
I wouldn't want to take your time, but Master Vector, we should talk again.
Of course, Doctor.
Your crew members are delightful people. For instance, did you know Mistress Kaleo is fluent in Kalish profanities? A rare and admirable skill.
I wonder how you manage them. Leadership is such a delicate thing.
You sound like you've thought about this.
I confess it had crossed my mind. A dead or alienated colleague is a resource lost, and in our business, it's a small step from being disliked to being blacklisted.
Alienate enough people and you find yourself running unauthorized missions on a dead planet.
Quite. I could tell you stories.
But I'm afraid I have to attend to my data analysis program. Another time, Cypher. My good friend, allow an old man some sentiment and join me for a reminiscence.
Today is the 13th anniversary of the death of Cypher 12, one of the finest agents I've ever worked with.
I've never heard of a Cypher 12. They don't mention our predecessors much.
Our history is fleeting, to say the least. Cypher 12 was one of the old guard from before the war. He cultivated allies on the fringes. By the time he received his Mandalorian brands, he'd also become verbally abusive in private, but he never cracked on the job. Always had a smile.
If he was so capable, what happened to him?
Eventually the odds caught up with him, and a Hapani royal assassin punctured his lungs. Inevitable, really. Are you aware how few ciphers survive past year 5?
The odds aren't good for any of us.
Quite so.
I admire the line you walk between obedience and ingenuity. Unfortunately, your methods breed enemies.
Be careful not to end up without recourse.
You chose to join my crew. If you didn't like my methods, you could have found a way out by now. What are you after?
I've made it through a very long career by choosing my partners wisely. I've outlasted them all, and I intend to keep doing so.
Cypher, I had the most delightful conversation with Master Vector. Did you... I'm getting a feed on my earpiece. One moment.
I apologize. That's the 3rd time this week one of my security alarms has gone off.
Where did you set up an alarm system?
I monitor all my safe houses as a matter of course. I have a few dozen around the galaxy. A precaution, really. I haven't needed them in years. Usually when an alarm goes off, it means a child has come exploring, or a rat has slipped through the ventilation shafts.
You've got havens set up. What's in them?
You know the sort. An abandoned building here, a fortified wine cellar there, stocked with necessities of the trade. Most of them aren't on the official books, but I assure you, they're hardly incriminating.
Remind me not to underestimate you, Doctor. If we ever need a sanctuary...
You'll have whatever humble aid I can provide.
The Empire can't afford another loss, Major. We must crush the Republic immediately.
They've been on Quesh for years. We can't destroy their entire mining operation overnight.
Gentlemen, we have company. I am Moff Drayson, head of Quesh Imperial forces. You're here to join our war against the Republic?
What's the situation?
Quesh is a valuable planet, if you can believe it. We're here to stop the Republic's operation.
Don't waste your energy on her. A woman has no place on the battlefield.
Your manners need polish, Major.
Enough. Save it for the Republic. They're responsible for our assignment to this toxic rock. The Republic went digging and found the source of this planet's poison.
The miners call it Quesh venom. Lies just below the planet's surface.
We distill the stuff into Quell, a lethal poison. But the Republic knows how to refine it into high-grade adrenals.
They've been processing the toxins into adrenals for years, with Hoth help, no less. We've come to conquer their operation and claim Quesh's venom for the Empire.
What are we waiting for?
The Republic's downfall must be cataclysmic. Devastation on that level takes time.
Push them enough on Quesh, and the Republic will be provoked into open warfare across the galaxy.
Once they violate the Treaty of Coruscant, the Empire can strike without risking neutral worlds joining in. We must rile their temper.
You really think that interests me?
Let me rephrase. We must goad the Republic into open warfare. Help, and you'll be compensated. First, we strike the Republic's venom mines.
The venom produces noxious gas. That's why Quesh is so lovely. It's most lethal in the mines, so the Republic installed specialized filters.
Destroy those filters. Release the poisonous gas, and the Republic will have to flee the mines.
We'll see if I have time.
Don't delay. Our forces already siege the mines. Take out every weapon emplacement you can, then get inside and destroy the filtration units. Don't stop until the mines are choked with poison.
If the canisters were damaged, the Bospiridium gas will eat both flesh and circuits. You understand, my toy? Yes, now clean it up and incinerate the bodies. They're contaminated now.
Administrator Croyce?
Yes, the intelligence operative. Control informed me of your situation. I wish you told me in advance.
Imperial intelligence doesn't work at your convenience.
That is quite clear to me. 07, fetch! Now! You'll have your samples presently. Unfortunately, I'm out of Dynalium-6. The Republic seized that chem mine some time ago, and their transports are under guard.
Your only job is to supply the Empire with chemicals. And you can't even do that.
Blame your Moff. Or pay a visit to Chem Mine Delta yourself. I've done my best to sate your people's appetites for hallucinogenic tea, mind-eaters, or what have you. I think you'd appreciate it.
He's the chemical supplier. He helped them change you. Are you going to let him continue his work?
Operative?
You have no idea the damage you've done.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
One blaster shot, spilled chemicals, an explosion. No evidence of murder. Make him pay if you like.
Please, my relationship with intelligence has profited us all.
I could do much worse to you. Consider this a mercy.
I sure hope you're planning to explain this someday.
Can you feel it? The serum begins its work, bonding to spinal fluid, retracing neural pathways. Painful. Effective.
If you've made a mistake, I'll make you pay. Even if you are a voice in my head.
I believe you. The serum's course is unpredictable and it will take time, but you will be free from the brainwashing. For now, the SIS is waiting. They won't recognize your chance to escape when it comes, but I will.
Codename Saber to Codename Leggett. We've been waiting for your all clear. Everything all right?
Things are going surprisingly well.
Glad to hear it. You're part of the team and we worry. Master Hoth has another mission for you. He wants you heading to the Hoth system soon as possible. Contact him once you arrive. Saber out.
So, here's what I figure. Every morning you get up, you exercise, you check your gear, you do your thing to prep. You've got flowcharts tattooed on your eyelids. Me, I'm lucky when I don't crawl out of bed drooling on the floor. How is it I keep up with you? Am I just that good, or does dirty fighting beat training after all?
I'd never argue your skills aren't impressive.
Admit it. We're a good team. You with the gimmicks and me with the rough stuff. We're not tripping over each other anymore. Took a while, but you and me, we're a synced-up death machine.
Give us a few more years, we'll be taking out star cruisers.
You set up the shot, I'll take it, Agent.
Hello, Cleo. What's going on?
Hey, so I've been thinking. With all the stuff I've told you about my past, we ever talk about the Brental anarchists?
You've mentioned their existence and that you worked with them. No details.
Then here's a morsel for you. We were the Revolutionary Edge Brigade. So was probably me and a dozen other guys. We blew up hollow relays, robbed banks, kidnapped politicos and corporate honchos. Did a lot of damage.
I suppose you were vicious in your youth.
I've mellowed. REB let me blow up stuff and call it progress. I wasn't really in it for the philosophy. Even so, there's times I look at who we work for now and, well, I never thought I'd end up helping a bunch of dictators, you know?
Dreams can be very different from reality.
Hey, you probably got it worse than me. Thing is, I'm actually pretty content. I've got money, company's decent. Even your squad's growing on me. Hypocrisy's a funny thing. See you around, Agent.
I hope I'm not prying. I overheard a bit of your conversation and couldn't help but wonder, have you noticed anything unusual about Cleo's behavior lately?
Less griping, more cheer. Other than that, no.
Interesting. I hadn't spotted that.
However, I've noticed some encoded messages broadcast to and from the ship. Cleo has access to the relay, and I'm trying to assess all possibilities.
Let me know if anything happens, or if you find out more about those transmissions.
Of course. I always enjoy a puzzle.
Codename Legate to Base Command. Come in, Base Command.
Base Command receiving, Leggett. Don't be surprised if I cut out. The whole Hoth system is murder on the comms. And not so good for people, either.
Is that why you've sent your most expendable asset?
No one's expendable. Different skills merit different assignments. Hoth's a frozen rock, not worth much on its own. But years back, it saw one of the war's biggest battles. Hundreds of ships got dragged into the atmosphere, made a sort of a starship graveyard for the best girls in the fleet. You're going to bring one home.
There's got to be a catch.
It's a war zone down there. Republic salvage operations, Imperial saboteurs, and the White Maw, a few thousand pirates who want the scrap for themselves. Plus the Starbreeze is a Mu-type shuttle, slip of a thing. Haven't been able to locate her in the wreckage. Our only lead is inside the Imperial Army.
That explains why you needed a defector.
We have reports that Layak Davos, an Imperial admiral who fought in the Battle of Hoth, is assembling an expedition to the Starship Graveyard. He's after a long list of salvage, the Starbreeze included. Join Admiral Davos and get that shuttle to us instead.
If I steal the Admiral's prize, it won't be long before someone figures it out.
You're craftier than that. You do this right, no one has to know. Codename Hunter will contact you from the field. He's en route to Hoth now. In the meantime, talk to Admiral Davos's search and recovery men at the Imperial base, and get the Starbreeze back. You have no idea how important she is.
Satellite's dead. What do your people know about Grid Alpha 9?
Pirate territory, heavily fortified.
Can you get me numbers?
Perhaps, but our manpower is limited.
Manpower? Excuse me. Captain Leo Firth, Search and Recovery. Saw your docking authorization. You must be our visitor from intelligence.
Do you have a problem with me, Captain?
No, sir. I just didn't think intelligence oversight was needed here. Sergeant, you're dismissed. The Chiss Ascendancy has been operating on Hoth for years. Useful, but let's not kid ourselves. So, what is it you came here for?
I don't share that sort of thing with captains. Who's your superior?
You want Admiral Davos. Served with him for almost 10 years. But I'm afraid he's not available. He left base with his expedition 36 hours ago. Long-range comms are almost useless in this weather. You want to wait? He'll be back in a few weeks.
Perhaps you can tell that to the Director of Operations yourself.
You think I'm holding something back? Check my record. I'm loyal. Look, there might still be a crew at the expedition launch site. It's where the Admiral's supply line to the Starship graveyard starts. But trying to reach the launch point now is suicide. Weather's bad, and there are Republic commandos in the area.
I expect your cooperation, Captain. Maps, supplies, anything you can provide.
Yes, sir. Sergeant Thent.
Captain?
Equip our visitor for travel. She'll need all the help she can get.
Packed and ready, Admiral. Unless you're worried about the Captain's flare.
No. We cannot wait.
Intruder alert.
Is this how they're supposed to react?
Officer, I am Admiral Davos, commander of this expedition. You were not expected.
Tell your men to stand down, or I can't be responsible for their fate.
As you wish. You must excuse our caution. Hoth is not a world that forgives mistakes, a lesson that scarred me long ago.
Weapons down, everyone.
We are in the midst of a delicate operation. These men are preparing to follow me to the Starship graveyard.
I'm not a fool, Admiral. This isn't an ordinary mission. You're holding back. Your people are paranoid. But deal me in, and we won't have an issue.
True, my mission is not what the record states. A pity you did not come to me months ago. Now I'm afraid we approach the crisis point, and I cannot afford additional risk. Commander, torture her and find out what she knows. Then kill her.
Come on out, I'll show you my gun. Taking damage. One more down.
You're still alive. Don't bother returning to base. Captain Firth is gone, and Admiral Davos bribed most of the others.
I want you to explain what's going on.
No time. Transmission breaking up. There is a location beyond the frozen lake. You'll find answers. Coordinates sent.
How do I know this isn't another trap?
You don't.
No wind chill down here. Start a few fires and we'll call it home.
Sir, sorry for not contacting you sooner. No one thought Admiral Davos's men would actually start shooting. Ensign Reyna Temple, Chiss Expansionary Defense Force, welcome to Zero Station. Since I arrived on Hoth, I've been lied to, marked for death, and nearly frozen. I want an explanation. I plan to give you one, sir, along with a heating pack. You do look a bit chilled. This is a top-secret Chiss Ascendancy installation. Self-sufficient, running in parallel with the above-ground outposts. Paranoia at work.
But our paranoia paid off.
And this is our base commander, Aristocrus Saganu.
Ensign Temple speaks highly of Imperial intelligence. She convinced me the Admiral Davos situation warranted bringing you in.
He ordered his men to torture me. I'd like to know why.
My agents have been watching Admiral Davos for months. We became suspicious when he brought in his own crew, officers loyal to him, and covered it with bribes. Lately, he brought heavy equipment and guns, built an army for his expedition to the Starship Graveyard. You threatened his control.
What's his background? His personality?
Admiral Davos fought in the original Battle of Hoth, and was stranded here for 6 months in the aftermath.
My father told me stories. Brilliant strategist. Never had the connections to become Moff.
He must be after the Graveyard's salvage, prototype technology, military databanks. It could make him unimaginably wealthy. I won't proceed without Imperial sanction. Grant it, and we can stop Admiral Davos and his plans together.
I'm in. What's our next move?
The White Moor pirates control the wastelands between here and the Starship Graveyard. The Admiral's been sending his people out there for weeks.
My scouting party caught them burying some sort of supply caches. We don't know what the Admiral's caches are for, but if you could get us reconnaissance scans, they might give us a lead on the man himself.
These drop points. Any ideas at all?
Emergency supplies, deliveries to the pirates. We just don't know.
These are the drop point locations. Contact me when you get the scans, and we'll find our man. Chis honor.
Sir, this is Ensign Temple. Looks like that cache is full of stolen Imperial equipment. Given how the pirates are guarding it, I'm guessing it's a gift from Admiral Davos to the White Moor.
Where does that leave us?
I advise continuing the recon. A little luck and we'll pin down which White Moor faction the Admiral's dealing with. If you can tag the caches for tracking, that wouldn't hurt either. Temple out.
I'm actually tagging this thing, right? The Chiss can track pirates on their own, but this is our payday.
Sorry, Kaleo. We do this by the book.
Such a freaking waste.
Tracking signal coming in.
This is Hunter to Leggett. Hope you weren't getting lonely. I'm on planet, but signals don't carry here. Arden Koth authorized me to take your reins. Have you found the Star Breeze yet?
If you want this done right, I need time. Uninterrupted time.
You didn't answer my question. Now I'm gonna have to force you. Keyword onomatophobia. Command, deliver your mission report.
I am attempting to locate Admiral Davos, who will lead us to the Starbreeze.
Good. Obedience comes easier when you don't have a choice. Contact me as soon as you find the shuttle. Hunter, out.
Smart, arrogant, cautious. Don't underestimate him.
Temple here. Like we thought, those caches are a gift from Admiral Davos to the Pirate Coalition. Specifically, he's paying off a group called the Marauders. Raiders and hijackers, influential with the other pirate gangs.
Bloody a few noses and someone will start talking.
Yes, sir. Discipline it is. The Marauders have a camp nearby. Guard looks light at the moment. We're going to take a team in. Meet us there and we'll dig up some answers. Temple out.
Chui atat ap smasa kipuna.
Blast you! Stop! Look at me and stop.
Skirain hultiet vinstregaga.
That's right. Keep looking here. I'll keep talking, and you keep looking. Sir, if you're going to do anything, do it now.
Are you all right, Ensign?
I'm fine. Check on the others. Sir, I suppose you want an explanation.
We all have secrets. If you're force sensitive, it's none of my business.
What I did back there, It was a force trick, sir. I'm just powerful enough to get into trouble. No lightning, no seeing the future, I never trained. If the Sith knew, they'd have me killed. That's why I left Imperial service for the Chiss Ascendancy.
If the Sith knew, you could become one of them.
Only if I survived the Sith Academy. And I wouldn't. Please, it's your prerogative to pursue this, of course. But let's finish the job first.
Put some faith in me, and this might turn out all right.
Getting a call from Zero Station. They finished analyzing the pirate data.
Agent, Ensign Temple, your raid was successful. It seems Admiral Davos has been trying to arrange safe passage through pirate territory to the starship graveyard. The pirates have agreed to meet, today.
All our enemies in one place. That's our opportunity.
The Admiral may not personally attend. We'll have to play it softly. The meet is in the primary Marauder base, heavily fortified. Attack head-on, and the attendees slip away. However, a cave system runs under the base. Moves softer than a shadow, and you could tap the cave wall.
You're sending her to the bone pits.
The caves are inhabited by animal life and resemble a slaughterhouse. But it's the perfect place from which to observe the meeting.
Sounds dangerous, but I'm willing to take a risk.
Once you're in place, you can use a laser drill and microcord camera to tap the wall.
My team will be in touch from Zero Station. Good luck to you.
We need to move out, but be careful in the monster's den.
Admiral Davos, I did not invite servants. I act in the Admiral's name. I'll show you.
Getting audio only. Can you see anything?
That's Captain Firth, one of the Admiral's men. I don't know the pirate.
There. Begin playback.
Ashok the Unyielding, I am honored by your invitation. I am Admiral Davos, and I fought in the Battle of Hoth. Unlike my peers, I was left to the icy wastes. For 6 months I wandered the wreckage. As I lost my vitality, I found many items of great value. Weapons, artifacts, even a Republic shuttle full of secrets. I hid them in the starship graveyard, so that I might one day claim my prize.
Today's that day. Give us safe passage into the starship graveyard, and we'll all leave rich.
Hey, Agent? Might want to see this.
Is there a problem?
Shaggy Man. Hey, ugly. Gonna make a towel out of you.
Control. What happened with the meeting?
They cut a deal, sir. The pirates are going to escort Admiral Davos to his treasure, but they outlined their route. I think we know where they're heading.
That Republic shuttle he talked about. Did it come up again?
Just the part about it being full of secrets. I think the Admiral likes playing games. The aristocrat and I can meet you at the edge of the starship graveyard. There's an Imperial outpost there. Sagano can fill you in, and we can plan a final approach. Temple out.
We'd be buried alive by the third marker. Bring up the northern passage. Let me see.
She's here, sir.
I'm aware of that. Resume planning. Agent, thanks to your surveillance, we have a lock on Admiral Davos's destination. He and his men are being escorted to a crashed Republic super dreadnought in the heart of the starship graveyard. His horde is there.
By the time he arrives, all that's left will be ice.
If only it were that simple. The horde is sealed in the tertiary launch bay, protected by an army of White Moor pirates.
Sorry I'm late. Did I miss the bad news?
There's no other kind.
Lovely. Go on.
This isn't a one-squad operation. The Defense Force will join you for the assault.
I'll take any help you can give.
I suggest a two-pronged approach.
You slip past the pirates on the Super Dreadnought and deactivate the blast doors.
That'll let my team in. We can rendezvous at the launch bay. We'll be your backup.
Together against 1,000 pirates and Imperial traitors. It'll be memorable.
Something to tell your grandchildren. Once it's declassified.
You've done us proud. We'll need more like you in the Empire if the Ascendancy is ever to seize its rightful place. Good luck.
Sir!
I'll see you at the Dreadnought. Either way, this'll all be over soon.
Three following. Blasters and flame projectors.
All right, keep them at a distance. Sir, enemies in pursuit. More expected. Bit of a nightmare, but we'll hold them off.
What's the situation?
Admiral Davos and his horde should be down that corridor somewhere. Quite possibly with his escort.
11, 12 more. Marauders and Scourge.
Aristocru Saganu is holding our escape route outside. We'll keep the pirates off your back. Do what you came to do.
It's still here. Still waiting for us.
Admiral, intruder!
Target her, but do not fire. The Cypher agent lives. I wondered what became of you.
What do we have here? Blasters, armor, kolto, credits, Sith relics?
The ships downed in the battle carried many valuables. I did not discriminate. I waited years to return to Hoth and reclaim my retirement funds. My superiors were never to know.
We should take her now.
Silence. You complicated matters. Forced us to part ways with the Empire. But this can be mended. Tell me what you desire.
You want to avoid being branded a traitor. I want to know about that Republic shuttle.
The shuttle? How interesting. It was the personal ship of one Colonel Omas. He served in the upper echelons of Republic weapons research. Rumor was that the Starbreeze contained his records and security codes. I brought it here for safekeeping. Does that pique your interest?
You sound pathetic. Is that all you have?
The shuttle is yours. I ask only two things. Your silence, and the location of the secret Chiss base.
But the shuttle is ours. Our payment.
It is a small price to remove the Chiss from the equation. They know too much.
Sir, even if we wipe them out, we can't trust you-know-who over there.
We are all Imperials. Give me the Chiss, pledge your silence, and we will all return to the Empire in glory. You will have your shuttle and wealth besides.
You're not killing the Chiss, and I won't take your bribe.
A woman of principles. How admirable. Kill her.
Get out of here!
Codename Legade. I have located the Starbreeze.
You look like hell. Fiery as always. Get that shuttle running and rendezvous at these coordinates. Hunter, out.
Sir, pirates are down, but I'm the only one left. We need to get moving.
Have you been injured?
Scratches, sir. Deep scratches. Force trick saved my life.
Hate to say it, but we'll need help flying this thing. Half the systems are frozen.
You can help, but you don't repeat anything you see. Understand?
Understood, sir.
Nice landing. Let's take a look. Solid body, not a scratch on her. And she came with my shuttle? What's her name?
Ensign Rena Temple, sir. Chiss Expansionary Defense Force.
Of course. Minder 17, Imperial Intelligence. Excellent work, both of you.
I brought you the Starbreeze, Minder. Are we through?
I'll fly the shuttle to its final destination. You can take my ride home. Ensign, why don't you and Kaleo run a systems check? I need a minute with the agent.
I'll chisel the ice off the pilot seat for you.
Arden Koth will be happy. But the girl, we agree she needs to die, right?
That's unnecessary. She knows better than to reveal classified intelligence.
Maybe I'd like to be careful. Look, you've worked with her. You've bonded with her. Fine. I'm not heartless. Maybe she'll even be useful. You want her to live? You take responsibility. Stash her on your ship. She doesn't talk to anyone. Doesn't learn about the SIS.
You know, you're really twisted.
Just to be sure, though, I'm putting a command in your brain. Keyword, onomatophobia. If Rena Temple becomes a threat to our mission or leaves your supervision, you will kill her. You won't have a choice.
Sir, Minder 17 told me about the transfer. I'm a little surprised. If intelligence wants me out of the Chiss Defense Force, though, I won't argue. Nice as it would have been to pack an overnight bag.
You'll fit right in, Ensign. You shouldn't worry.
Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic opportunity. My father would love this. But if I can ask, why do you want me here?
You're versatile, capable, and young enough to learn. You could be a brilliant operative.
Really? Well, maybe it's time for a career change after all.
You're cute. We're going to a cantina and you're getting me so many free drinks.
I'll try to earn my keep.
Hey, Agent. I'm grabbing this ride. Race you back to the ship. Look, I'm sorry to dump this on you, but you're gonna need to live without me for a little while. It'll be quick, but I need time off to wrap up some personal things.
If you need to go, I won't keep you. Is there anything I can do?
Sweet of you to ask, but no.
And I was worried I'd miss your departure. Kaleo, we've had our differences, but I wanted to wish you the best of luck. I'm sure the Wheezer and his Revolutionary Edge Brigade will be delighted to have you back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm surprised that you would permit this, though. Letting Kaleo see her old anarchist friends must violate any number of Imperial regulations.
Clearly, I haven't been filled in.
I've traced encoded messages sent from this ship to the leader of the Brental anarchists.
Look, it's not what you think. The Wheezer got in touch, said he needed help. Didn't say why, but I figure security's cracking down on the cell again.
Why didn't you say anything?
The Wheezer was good to me, so I thought I'd lend a hand. Figured telling you would make trouble, get someone killed. If you don't trust me, come back with me and watch my back. We'll buy him off somehow. Might actually survive that way.
I can make contact myself, or go through the Citadel.
He doesn't want your help, and he doesn't trust you. It has to be me.
She may have a point. And if the Wheezer is expecting her, he's a problem that must be addressed.
I suppose I've met everyone else you worked with. What's one more?
I'll get in touch with him. One call to set up the meeting.
I'll leave you to your work.
We're all set. The Wheezer will meet us at the Hoth spaceport. Just try to make this go without a fight. I don't need to lose either of you. Remember, we're not here to make trouble. You start something, I get unhappy.
Callio, of all the gifts you've sent to me, this is truly the finest. An agent of Imperial intelligence. How marvelous.
I don't understand what you mean.
Callio has been selling information to the Revolutionary Edge Brigade ever since she joined the Empire.
What are you doing?
Imperial security data, spaceport blueprints, the names of powerful people, useful things. But now, she's gone beyond the call of duty.
As if I didn't see that coming.
Shut up! This wasn't what we agreed to.
Why bother keeping it private when your associate dies anyway? She's more useful dead than alive. Her hands and eyes can get us through biometric security scans.
This isn't a harvest job.
Then I apologize for misreading our agreement, but this is too promising an opportunity to pass up.
I don't want to fight you. I know Callio doesn't either. We can help each other.
I do not bargain with the enemy.
Damn you, Agent. And damn you, Weezer, for making me do this.
No mercy. I'm disappointed with you, Callio. You were never a believer, but siding with the Empire?
I didn't want to pick a side. So yeah, I sold him a few secrets. He paid better than you do, and it's not like I got you in trouble.
You're only digging yourself in deeper.
Why? What's the big deal? I didn't talk about the missions. I'm not stupid. He was into bombing spaceports and raiding transports, not espionage and conspiracies.
I've dedicated my life to this work. Selling Imperial secrets. It can't continue.
Meaning what? You should know by now that I am never going to care about the Empire. Not like you do. Not at all.
All this time I knew what you were like. But I thought we could work together. Maybe I was wrong. I can't trust you anymore.
That's too bad. Because I haven't changed. Let's get out of here. Blast it. You know what today is? Today is the day I've worked with you longer than any of my exes.
Don't tell me you missed your chance to escape.
Normally at this point I'd skip out and go con someone new. But you've got me so freaking out of practice it's not worth the bother. So I'll make you a deal. I'll stick with you, you keep me comfortable. I can live with this setup.
You're far too pleased with yourself to go anywhere.
Don't test me on that. Tell you what, I'll make it easier to live with. I've given up teaching you anything, but we ever get someone new? I'll show them the ancient blood traditions of rat attack, and maybe how to down a Rhodian ale without puking.
This is Leggett to Base Command. Mission complete.
Base Command here. Hunter gave me his report. He spoke highly of you. Not a lot of people earn his praise.
The man was nothing but a very snide obstacle.
He's testing you. He's good at that. I'm grateful the Starbreeze is in one piece. She'll help us win this war. Now, Hoth and Terrace makes two. Ready for the final stage?
You still haven't told me what this is about. You sent me after a Republic shuttle and a science project.
All for good reason, I promise. Maybe you've heard of it. A death trap of a planet called Quesh. Our primary objective's there. I want you en route.
Can you be more specific than death trap?
It's a mining world. Our forces are fighting the Empire for chemical deposits. But you're after something else entirely. Get to these coordinates when you arrive and we'll be in touch. Base Command out.
Agent, I hope this recorded message finds you well. This is Aristocrat Saganu of the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force. I never got the chance to see you off Hoth. Understandable, things were hectic. Nonetheless, you proved a worthy ally, and one deserving of the Ascendancy's trust. A token of our appreciation has been delivered to Imperial intelligence. I hope they will pass it on to you. And lastly, give my regards to Ensign Temple. Doubtless she serves you as well as she served us.
I rather like your ship. Not exactly military, but it'll be nice not sleeping in a thermosuit. Once we're underway, you'll bring me up to speed on my duties, sir. Show me the tricks of undercover work.
You're embarking on a new career. No nostalgia for your old life?
None, sir. If I'm here, I intend to commit myself. I probably ought not to bring this up, but there is the matter of my talents. If I'm operating in the Empire, there's the chance the Sith will find out what I can do. They wouldn't be pleased.
As part of my crew, you have my protection.
Understood, sir. In the meantime, I intend to make myself irreplaceable.
Begin encrypt message. This is Keeper to Cipher 9. We don't have long before Republic intercept, but I wanted to hear from you. Status report, please.
I'm still inside the SIS. I'm making progress, but I can't give details.
I'm getting disturbing reports about your activities. Loss of Imperial life on Hoth and some sort of incident at headquarters. Cipher, I need to know if the stress is getting to you.
You wanted someone inside the SIS. What I did to earn their trust.
Your job is to learn what the SAS is after. Then, and only then, you must kill Arden Koth. Don't lose sight of those goals. Keep it out.
Patience. The serum is working. Play the game until you're free.
This is codename Legate. I'm in position, awaiting orders.
Legate, nice to see you outside Hoth. A little color in the air brings out your eyes.
I look forward to the day I don't have to tolerate your leering.
You make it sound like it bothers you. Hunter to deck. Report in.
Codename Saber in position. Good to see you, Legate.
Codename Wheel ready for operations.
And I'll be in position shortly. It's good to see you together as a team. Too many solo jobs nowadays. But now we're together for the most important job we've ever done. We're here for a weapon. One that can stop this war.
Does he start every team mission like this?
He can't help it. Brought up in a temple.
Over a decade ago, Colonel Omas of the Republic Special Forces assembled a team of the galaxy's greatest scientists. The scientists, led by Nason Godera, were instructed to design a weapon capable of turning back the Imperial threat. A shadow arsenal of missiles cloaked from detection and more powerful than any made before.
Colonel Omas died at the Battle of Hoth. Nason Godera moved on to other things. Everyone assumed the shadow arsenal was never completed. But it was. Nason Godera built the shadow arsenal on Quesh, then concealed it in a fit of conscience.
These missiles, that's what we've been working toward.
The ultrawave transmitter had Nason Godera's weapon activation codes. Colonel Omas's shuttle, the Starbreeze, led us to this star system.
And the assault on Mangaza? Wheel and I...
Gave us one more key. Nason Godera wiped all records of the weapon, called it catastrophic. Didn't want it used. There are 200 missiles in the Shadow Arsenal. Only takes one to destroy Koth City. Threat alone should make the Sith surrender.
How can a missile be so powerful?
Each one has a cloaking device, a short-range hyperdrive, and a warhead with a kick. The ultimate first-strike weapon. The missiles are still inside the old manufacturing complex. 2 square kilometers of factories and tunnels.
Sealed up but still intact. The scientists couldn't bear to destroy their work, so they built defenses 50 years ahead of Republic standard.
We're going to secure the facility. I'll bring in the shuttle and locate the Shadow Arsenal.
Saber, take out the main batteries. Wheel, see what you can do with the main computer.
Affirmative.
Legate, you'll penetrate the structure at these coordinates, bypass the droids and lower the facility shields so our shuttle can land.
This plan is insane. I can't go along with it.
Keyword, onomatophobia. You will lower the shields and complete this mission.
Stop it. Leggett, we'll talk about your reservations after, I promise. May the Force be with us all.
I'm alright. I'll get those batteries offline.
Careful, Abby.
Reading an ion buildup. I need to bring the shuttle down now. Leggett, Saber, it's all up to you.
No choice. Deactivated.
This is Leggett. Shields are down. The shuttle is clear to land.
And Saber did her part. We'll have the Shadow Arsenal on board and headed for Republic space within the hour. You're going to hold position here. Protect the controls until we're gone.
You don't want me near the missiles.
You've done your part. There's no reason to make you face this. Leggett, this is goodbye for now. Go back to Imperial Intelligence. Shore up your contacts. We'll be in touch in a few months.
They don't need you anymore.
Hold position. Keyword, onomatophobia. And thank you.
They're going to win. Now we're out of time.
I don't need your assessment. I need a way out.
The IX serum has been eating at you since you injected it, carving neural pathways, bleaching your brain. It isn't finished, but it'll have to suffice. We're going to rewrite your programming. New commands, new keyword, no outside control. Are you ready?
How do I know you're not planning to control me yourself?
Whether I'm a chip in your spine or your mind crying for help, I'm part of you. Thesh Protocol, Phase 1. New keyword. Iconoclasm.
Keyword accepted. Thesh Protocol engaged.
Now you have access. You can force your mind and body to obey a new program. Tell me what you want.
Nothing is going to stop me from getting revenge. Not anymore.
Embed assassination commands. Keyword activate from user only. Accept no outside orders.
Assassination commands embedded. Accepting no further orders.
Revert to Phase 0. You're free now. Time for me to go. But stop the SIS. Find out how they obtained Imperial brainwashing codes. There are truths you need to know.
Hey, you zoned out. What's going on?
Change of plans. We're not undercover anymore. We're going to stop Arden Hoth.
It's about time. I was starting to think you'd gone soft.
Minor damage to left tertiary servo motor. Functions are not impaired.
For a droid, you're a bad liar. Come on.
Multiple life forms approaching.
Leggett? I thought you were supposed to be at the shield controls.
Turns out our leader needed reinforcements.
Has unexpected opposition been encountered?
Comms have been spotty since we got inside, but I didn't hear anything.
Arden needs me in there, not sitting on the sidelines. You and I both know that.
Huh. He likes to play cautious when it comes to his people. Can't stand to see anyone hurt. Wheel, toss our friends some supplies.
We retrieved these from a storage unit. They may prove useful.
Get moving. Master Hoth thinks we can end the war. Let's end the war.
Blasted machine. Locking mechanisms disengaged.
Leggett, I thought I felt you. You're supposed to be back at the Shields. I see. You're free, aren't you?
You used Imperial programming inside my mind. Where did you learn about it?
That hardly matters now. What I did to you was unforgivable. But I did it anyway. An Imperial intelligence defector, just when I needed one. I couldn't risk it being a lie.
We could have worked together. You never even gave me a chance.
Wouldn't then, can't now. You've shown me your true face. Let me show you mine. Before Hoth, the SIS chief, there was a better man. A Jedi Knight who couldn't live up to the code. That Jedi can't live in a world of shadows. But maybe he can still save the galaxy.
I thought I saw it in you. You never did much to hide it.
No. Call it my secret pride. You fight good, Cypher. I don't expect mercy. The Shadow Arsenal was my chance to stop the war, and I failed.
Turn away, Arden. I'm not going to kill you.
No, you're not. But why, after all we've been through?
I'm sparing you. Leave it at that.
For what it's worth, I hope we don't have to meet again. May the Force be with you, my friend.
You're a lot more forgiving than I am. Guess we're done here, though.
Our enemies may be gone, but we can't leave the Shadow Arsenal in place.
Give me 10 minutes, I'll find a buyer. We can be rich.
Cypher. Imperial again, huh? And no more programming. That is a surprise. I was finished with Arden, but I had plans for you. We could have wandered the galaxy together. Me as the captain, you as my servant.
Thought of traveling with you makes my skin crawl.
No time for flirting now. Big changes are coming. Imperial intelligence and the SIS. History will forget them, and it'll forget you. I just tipped off a squadron of Imperial bombers. That facility is about to be wiped out.
I'll claw my way out of the rubble to hunt you down. Do you hear me?
Loud and clear. I'm sure you'll be a nasty pile of dust.
This is Keeper to Cypher 9. Emergency transmission, please respond. I have reports of a Level 5 annihilation wave on Quesh, triggered by an Imperial bombing run. An SIS team was the target. Are you all right?
I nearly died. Not because of the Republic, but because of Imperial incompetence and Imperial treachery. Arden Koth and his weapon have been neutralized. That's the only thing that went right with your assignment.
You've raised your voice, and your pulse rate has increased. You're clearly upset. But you're describing a victory for the Empire. You saved countless lives, accelerated our timetable for conquest. Take pride in that. The rest we can resolve later.
I appreciate the situation, but if we're going to work together, there are things I need to know.
Then we should talk. Take a day or two. Remember who you are while there's still a quiet place in the galaxy. By the time you're recovered and back at headquarters, we'll be ready to march on Coruscant.